Hello, my name is John, and this is my first how-to video, and my topic today is how to quarter and dispose of a hot tub or spa. As you can see, we're a little bit along in the process, but I'll go through it step by step. First, I want to say that if you do have a hot tub that needs to be disposed of, you have a little bit of a problem on your hands. It's obviously too big for most garbage companies to take intact. The spa companies are more and more reluctant to take them because they have to then deal with the disposition. And I suppose you can find someone you can hire to do it, but that's quite expensive. My carting company said that if I at least quartered it and put out a quarter at a time, they'd be willing to take it. First we had to get it out of the yard, and my daughter and I dragged it out with our Suburban, but I'm sure a pickup truck could do it, or even a strong car. We drilled a few holes in the foundation plate, put a chain through, and dragged it to the driveway where it's much easier to handle. The next task is going to be getting it elevated a little bit off of the ground, because the saws you're going to use, you don't want them to impact on the driveway or ground while you're doing this. So if you can get about 6 inches off the ground by using a pry bar, a crowbar, and jacking it up on some pieces of wood, a hydraulic jack comes in very handy if you have one of those as well. Once it's jacked up off the ground, I begin making the cuts. A general purpose Sawzall blade did a pretty good job. If you see, you're going to be dealing with wood, some angle iron, and obviously some pipes, and of course foam insulation is no problem. Make sure you do have an all-purpose or a metal blade in when you get through the angle iron, which is in and how this spa is constructed. I'd made the interior cuts through the shell first, and then I knew we had to get through all the wood that makes up the foundation of the spa. As with any woodworking project, when you're making a cut on something this heavy, you'll want to elevate it, put some pressure from below so you don't have a pinch point that would trap your Sawzall blade. And so that's where the hydraulic saw came in handy. A hydraulic jack, I put one on each end, jacked it up, and that took the pressure off when I cut this thing in half. After it was cut in half, I split it, and now the only remaining cuts are going to be to get these foundation pieces cut, which are pretty now accessible from underneath, and the thing will be in quarters, and we'll drag them down to the curb 1/4 at a time, and that should do it. The other thing that came in handy, just to get through some of the soft stuff that was beyond the reach of the Sawzall blade, a regular crosscut saw, and that got me through some of that insulation pipe, pretty easily. So this is my first video. I hope if you have a hot tub to get rid of, this is helpful, and good luck with your project.